Hi, everybody. It's Ryan here from Pie Records. I'm here with Liz Hale from Brandy and the Butcher. How are you doing, Liz?
Doing good, Ryan. How are you doing, man?
Good, good. It's good to finally meet you and talk a little bit
Nice.
about your band. So, tell me a little bit about how you got started and what Brandy and the Butcher's all about, sound wise, and the message, if there is a message.
Sure. All right. Brandy and the Butcher, we're just sort of I don't know, kind of like a throwback punk rock band from Columbia, South Carolina. We're all kind of band vets. I was in a band for many years in Charleston, South Carolina called Vroom. Jay Matheson, our guitar player, has been in too many bands to count. Kevin, our drummer, as well. And Kevin and our bass player Roger were in service together. They were both staff sergeants in the Army, so they've been
Oh,
friends for like a really long time.
yeah.
Um, how the band started is kind of funny. I got a call from my friend Patty, who's got a band called the Transonics, and she was like, "You know what? These guys are working on this project, and I think you'd be good for it." And I was like, "Man, I am just like I was at the time just booking bands and booking clubs and trying to help out my rock and roll brethren that way. And like I had no designs to ever be back on stage ever again." And she was like, "No, I think you'd really be into this." Jay ended up sending me some tracks, and I was like so prepared to hate it. And of course I listened to them and I was like, man, like the songs were like writing in my head as I was like listening to it. And I was like, fuck, I kind of have to do this now. They had tried out like four other singers, all dudes, and turned out they just needed a girl. So we're pretty heavily influenced by like Joan Jett, the Runaways, Susie Quattro, the Jams, Stooges. Like it's that kind of vibe.
Yeah. Yeah, it's totally caught me by surprise because when I talked to Larry, he's like, I'm gonna send you a couple of things. And I immediately asked him if I could promote it. And I mean, he's such a big fan. And um,
So good to us. We're talking about Larry from River Monster Records, which is
yeah,
a Carolina punk label. And he put out our first 7-inch called Pretty Girls. And
really good.
we would love that guy, man. He's been very, very good to us.
So yeah, I love him too, man. He's one of a kind. So tell me about what's coming up right now. You have a lot going on. Even though we're in lockdown, you have a lot going on.
And then we're in lockdown. It really kind of sucked because we were on tour when COVID hit and we had to like pack everything up and come home. And that just super sucked. But we've been working for the past year on the record. The record's called Dick Circus, which is kind of a funny story in itself. I'll get to that in a second. But yeah, it's a full-length record. We got it printed up at Kindercore, so the vinyl's available. Artwork is done by Kindle Projects. The artwork is so killer. Like I'm really excited about that. The artwork's wonderful. Um, and yeah, we're just like really stoked. We're gonna be making some videos for a couple of songs coming up. And yeah, the title of the record, Dick Circus, it's no secret to like anybody that knows me on Facebook or Instagram that I've got a pretty prolific and crazy stalker situation going on. And this guy, he sent me a letter saying that I would never love him because I surround myself with the Dick Circus that is my band. And so I was like, man, that's gotta be a song. That's gotta be something. So basically, it's like an eponymous, record because my
Right.
band is the Dick Circus.
So, uh, do you find that a lot that being the only female in a band that a lot of guys are treating you differently, not in the band but otherwise?
Um, I've always kind of been a bro. Like I was a chef for 18 years, and I've always been kind of a tomboy and one of the guys anyway. So not really. And also just because I wouldn't really allow it. I mean, I get a lot more unsolicited dick pics than I used to, but that's really about it.
You know what? I got one
But
too.
did you?
I
Well,
did.
usually when I get them, like this morning I got one, so I forwarded it to like a guy friend of mine. I was like, here, check this out. Got something to show you.
I until recently I didn't really know that was a thing. Uh,
Right.
because I've been married for like 20 years and like that's not something I do. So I didn't even know it was a thing till recently.
Must be like millennial flirting. I don't know, man. I'm Gen X. Like I'm 47 years old.
Oh, I'm gonna
So
be
it's like
47 in a couple of days.
what's that?
I'm gonna be 47 in a couple of days.
Correct. Happy birthday. Welcome to the 47 Club, dude.
Yeah,
1973.
yeah, it's the best.
Best. But yeah, I didn't think at my age anybody wanted me to send me pictures of their genitals, but evidently it's a thing.
So so you guys have
Next question.
you're out of South Carolina, but where were you touring before COVID hit? Were you hitting the whole United States?
When COVID hit, we were just oops, sorry about that. Muting my phone now. I should have done that before. When COVID hit, we were it was just a little mini East Coast tour. We were supposed to play an event for Geared 4 Productions, Rick Burek's little company. He was doing what was called the Punkerade. It was going to be like a St. Patty's all-day punk party up in Roanoke, Virginia. And then like Richmond, I'm trying to think where else, Charlotte. But we were on our way to Roanoke when that got called. So we were going to come back, and then we got offered a pickup show with Boo Hag in Wilmington, but then our bass player was like, you know what, I'm just not cozy with that. I just want to get on home and make sure everything's cool. So
How
all
far?
right,
Yeah. How far is the trek to Charlotte from where you are?
Charlotte's about an hour and a half. It's not bad at all.
So you guys
Yeah,
are
we play with
familiar with the scene there then.
absolutely. We play with quite a few with a bunch of Charlotte bands, like Charlotte and Charleston. Charleston's also like an hour and a half away, and Charlotte's an hour and a half away. So we definitely we play shows with No Anger Control. We love those guys. And then Guardians Warlock out of Charleston's amazing too.
Have you gone south at all? Are you planning on going south when all this lifts up?
Not yet. Not yet. When all of this COVID is, hopefully done peaking and starts to decline. We've been talking to Rick at Geared 4 about doing like a mini Midwest tour, possibly with like Cheap Sleaze or Murder Generation, but like Milwaukee, Philly, Chicago, like that kind of thing. I mean, we all have day jobs, so we can only do 5 shows at a time and then book it home. But
well, when you come to Philly, you have to send me a message because that's right where I am.
Absolutely, man. Absolutely. Looking forward to it. I haven't been to Philly since my band that I had in the '90s played the PMC, the Philadelphia Music Conference. We played some place called it's like Khyber's Pass or Khyber's Pass, something like that.
Khyber Pass Pub.
Yeah, that's where we played. It was a funky little place. It's cool.
Yeah, we used to play there. My old band in the '90s used to play there, and I think I saw. Strange enough, I saw All there, and then like the next time they came through, they were at the Troc, and then they kept getting bigger and bigger, and
right.
But all right, I think that covers everything. If I haven't covered anything, is there anything else you wanna mention?
Just that if you want any merch or any music, just go to www.brandyandthebutcher, single butcher, bandcamp.com or at bandcamp. It's the Bandcamp. You can just go to Bandcamp and put in Brandy and the Butcher and it'll all pop up. The album is releasing the third weekend of August, but pre-orders are available. But we also have t-shirts and stickers and buttons and patches and all that good stuff there. And yeah, just hit us up on Instagram. Say hi, please.
Oh, there was one last thing I wanted to mention. Larry says
What's that?
that you get called Brandy a lot.
Yeah, I try to tell people I'm the butcher, but they don't buy it. I do get called Brandy a lot, which is totally fine. You know, I mean, that's totally fine. The name was kind of a fluke anyway, just because I have a love of alliteration, and I just thought it sounded fun.
B&B, right?
What's that?
B&B. Brandy.
B&B. Yep.
Yeah.
Brandy Butcher. Yep.
All right. Well,
Came to me while I was getting a pedicure.
So thank you so much, Liz, for talking to me. And I hope it all.
Absolutely, Ryan. It's a pleasure finally meeting you.
Oh, it was so cool, and I can't wait to hear the new album. And much love and respect to you and the guys. And I hope the best for the new album. I can't wait to hear it.
Awesome. Yeah, and DM me your address. I'll send you a t-shirt.
Oh, awesome. Thank you.
All right, you're welcome. Happy to. You have a great day.
You too.
Doodle.